Where'll you be going?
Texas?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Go on, make it happen.
And now here's Steve and Michelle.
Welcome from the heart of Dripping Springs. We are Mallet and Michelle, hosted by me, Michelle Lewis, and Holly Mallet.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Thank you for being here. Take it away, Holly.
No.
Thanks for coming, babe. I think you're one of
for
our biggest
inviting me.
fans.
I
am.
Holly is joining us today. She's off this week for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
From school.
So I invited her and she was a little nervous, but she's agreed to be here. So thank you for coming.
I'm glad to be here.
Oh, good.
We are glad to have you. We also want to thank our sponsors, Nomic Power Solutions.
Backup Power Generation and the Mallet Integrity Team of real estate professionals with 45 years of experience selling property in Austin.
That's older than me.
And me.
Yeah.
And both of us put together.
Yeah. What are you guys, 19?
18? 19? I don't know.
Something like
We
that.
don't talk about it.
Mentally?
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, God.
Well,
I'm in trouble here, folks. In trouble.
It's Thanksgiving week, the week we're recording. We
Yes.
release next week.
Yes.
But wait, do we release? No. Yeah, we release next week. That's for sure. But the week that we release, is it my birthday or is it the day after my birthday? I can't remember.
It's
The day after. Is it December?
I don't remember the day your birthday is.
I don't remember.
I know it's December, but
December 2nd.
2nd.
December
so this
2nd.
one comes out
December.
day after your birthday.
Day after my birthday.
Yeah. So if you're on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, she wants a present. That's what she's trying to say.
Please bring all presents to the Keller Williams office behind McDonald's.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Scott Friedeck from Graphic Guitar Guys.
My goodness. You want to talk about a surprise.
Yeah.
So our receptionist, Judy, came over and she said, hey, there's this guy, Scott. He's here to see you. And I looked at my calendar and Steve wasn't in yet. I was like, Scott, oh no, do we have an appointment? And she goes, he's really tall. And all of a sudden, I'm walking down the hallway and I was like, wait. Oh. And I turned the corner and I just screamed because I knew what it was going to be.
We have our own custom guitar with our logo on it.
That's
we're gonna
so
actually
cool.
move studios and we're gonna put it up on the wall in the new studio.
That's right.
Pretty cool. So
I'm so
thank you,
excited.
Scott. That was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I was so touched, so honored that he decided to do something like that for us.
Me too. I have a story. Are you getting sick of how many? Yeah. See what I can put up with, babe?
I hear it all the time.
Are you sick of spam calls, people calling you and trying to sell you stuff or scam you into giving your credit card information? Or
I like them when they call you and then you make them cry, or you tell them you're dying. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I've done that a number of times. Oh yeah. This is Steve. No, I'm not interested because I'm on my deathbed.
I only have a week
I'll be
to
dead
live.
next week.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, but yes, I am sick of it. It seems to be getting worse.
Oh, it's getting way worse, and they're getting more sophisticated. But there's a cell phone carrier in England, in the UK, called O2.
Called Good Day, Mate.
Good day, mate. No, that's Australia.
I made you repeat it though.
Can you do the English accent, Holly?
No. You can really well, though.
Yeah, but now that I'm under pressure,
Yeah.
I can't do it now. Okay, it'll come to me. They have rolled out this new AI. They call it AI Granny, and her name is Daisy. And if you download this app on your phone for this O2 carrier, Daisy will recognize spam. They're keeping a database of cell phone numbers that come from spammers, and Daisy will answer and keep them on the phone for as long as she possibly can with AI-generated comments and questions. Like she'll say something like, I see a lot of options on the screen. What do you want me to tap on?
But doesn't that just make it worse by you answering and engaging with them? Like, won't they now just
But
call
you're not
you?
answering. AI is answering.
No. But like just the sheer fact that you've picked the phone up. I wonder now if
You
their
haven't
system.
picked the phone up. You're not touching the button. This app
Will
actually
pick it up.
just picks it up. Like I'm not even sure it's going on in the background. But
If AI Granny's answering, I want to listen.
I know, huh? But remember, you played a podcast that was voice generated, and you couldn't tell that was computer generated. Well, it's the same thing. These spammers can't tell. Did I get a live person or not?
Yeah.
So, and those kind of scams are just completely on the rise. 71% of people said they would love to get back at a scammer by having access to this. So hopefully somebody in the U.S. will roll this out. But the point of it is to tie these scammers up as long as possible so they're not as effective calling other people.
Yeah, I've been seeing some on TikTok where there's a scammer that's scamming the scammers, and he somehow hacks into their security cameras. And he will say, "Oh, well, you're wearing," like they'll say,
I've seen
"My name
that,
is
yeah.
Richard." No, it's not, Gupta.
Yeah.
You know, your
Yeah.
name is not Richard.
Yeah.
And you're wearing a red sweater today, and they're
Yeah.
like freaked out.
Yeah. The lesson that I want people to take away from here, because it goes both ways, not only will Daisy, the AI granny, answer for you, you could be having a conversation with somebody else that is AI.
Oh,
So
maybe.
you could be being scammed by something that is AI that's programmed to take advantage of you.
Can you imagine an AI Michelle? That would be.
Oh, God. I can't even imagine a real life Michelle.
All she just does is just crack jokes and just smart aleck.
Make fun of you.
Yeah, make fun of you.
Try and find the things that you're most sensitive about
Yes,
and poke fun at that. Yeah.
constantly.
Yes,
yeah, you know
yeah.
what? It's not the poking fun. I'm building up resistance and making strong like bull.
Sure, tell yourself that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. So, speaking of something funny, and building up resistance, I'm going through this remodel, right? And since we did the remodel from hell, and because we were doing the majority of downstairs, not by choice, by the way, I bullied Todd into letting us do our master bathroom, which is the best thing ever. And I decided that I wanted to get a plug next to my toilet in case I ever decided to get one of those bougie bidets, because a mutual friend of ours, Kim, rants and raves about her bidet, and she just absolutely loves it. So,
Holly wants one of those.
so I got one.
You did.
I got it.
You got a Toto toilet?
I got the Toto toilet lid. So
Okay.
not the whole, because the Toto toilet is like $10,000, but the Toto toilet lid, it was like $400, and I found it at Costco.
But does it work the same?
Yes, it does. And let me fill you in. Let me fill you in on this. Okay. The best part about this is that it's something that I never knew that I was going to need was a heated seat.
Oh my gosh, that's why I want one.
It is the best thing ever.
It is.
Actually, yesterday I went home after work. I didn't even have to go pee. I just wanted to go sit on the heated seat. It's the best thing.
It is the
But
best
I
thing
thought
ever.
I would do a little like deep dive on the history of these Japanese wonder toilets. The Japanese actually didn't invent them. The French did back in the 1700s. And bidet is, it's actually a French name for little horse or pony, which I didn't know, I guess because you straddle it. But one of the other interesting things is in Italy, there's a legal requirement for any new builds after 1975 that they have to have a bidet in the house.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
When we lived in Spain when I was a kid, we had them, and I never really understood what you were supposed to do with them.
I'm sure as a teenager, I'm sure you figured out
Yeah,
like
I
ways
never
to
did.
do it.
I was always like, oh, it's weird.
It is
Water
weird.
shoots up here. It's like a fountain. What's going on
Well, and they were saying, like, why didn't it catch on in the United States? But because during World War II, the soldiers saw them in brothels. And so there was a, like kind
a
of
stigma?
shunned connotation that these were for dirty people, but really it was not for dirty people. It was for clean people. 70% of Japanese homes have these, but only 30% of Japanese homes have a dishwasher, which means they care about their butts being clean versus their bowls. That's what I was really thinking about.
Did you say bowls or balls?
Bowls and not balls and balls. But, there are some very interesting things about the bidet. They actually say it does say, oh, my computer just totally died. I had my little cheat sheet. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness, I can't.
Oh,
believe
she
it.
doesn't have her cheat sheet. She can't remember what she's going
No,
to say.
it was about water. My computer has been on the fritz lately. They do reduce
the amount of water.
the
use?
amount of water because you're using less toilet paper. So they say also that they're environmental friendly because they save trees. They will protect your plumbing. You know, these baby wipes or moist wipes or whatever. And we see this with septics. They really clog the septic systems up.
And they were, remember Aaron Reed, when he was with the city, was telling us they have problems with those at the sewer treatment plant here in Dripping Springs.
Yeah. So, I mean, anyways, it's not just about the whole bidet aspect of it. Mine has a front wash, a rear wash, and then I just figured out how to use the dryer.
They have dryers.
It
too.
has a dryer, yeah. But my favorite feature, obviously, is the heated seat, and you can make it like higher or lower.
I'm afraid to comment on this.
I asked Todd about it. I said, "Have you used it yet?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm scared." And I was really scared. Like I was really scared to go in there, and now I'm not. Now I'm like, "Where's Michelle? She's in the Toto toilet room."
She's scared of the bathroom. I think Toto makes some toilets that are like $1,200 or $1,000 that have all those features in them. Because Holly and I looked at some online.
There's some maybe there's some bougier ones. Actually, I'm gonna stick one in the ladies' restroom in here.
Yeah, you should. We went to a Japanese restaurant with Brandon and Soraya, friends of ours.
Ling Wu. They're the first ones here in Austin to have them.
So they had one. I went in there, and it's got all buttons all over it.
It opens when you walk in.
I didn't know how to use it.
That is
because it was all written in Japanese or something. It wasn't written in English.
But okay,
and I didn't. There's must be like a whole process, and I didn't understand what that was.
But
I'm
isn't it a little creepy thinking about I mean, there's one thing to use your own bidet.
I think people probably go to this restaurant just for the experience of using the toilet. I'm not
sitting on a bidet and having water shot up
your
hoo-ha.
And I don't sit on other people's toilets.
Yeah, no. But women don't sit in public
Holly
restrooms.
and I will be on a 15-mile run where her legs are just torched, and she'll go in a bathroom and she'll hover. I'm like, how do you do that?
You have to hover.
When I've got 15 miles of me, I could barely walk, let alone hover over the toilet.
You can also face the toilet and do your thing pretty quickly.
Pony.
Women.
You pony it. That's what we call pony it.
Pony.
I did not know this.
You pony it, and I'm telling you.
Do you hang on to something?
No, you don't touch anything. What are you, psycho? You touch nothing.
Yeah, you don't
flush
touch
the
anything.
toilet with your foot.
feet. Yeah.
Psycho.
And if the button is on the wall, you raise your foot up
Folks,
to the wall.
aren't you glad you are tuned in? The things you will learn on Mallet and Michelle
will
enrich your life.
Absolutely. I remember having to potty train a 3-year-old little girl, and she can't sit, and of course they touch everything. So I got really good at hovering her over the toilet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, so the restroom sounds like the most dangerous place on the planet now. But I have this is my guy story to
counteract,
to piggyback onto your woman's story about the fancy toilets. I came across this article about the 20 most dangerous animals in the United States. And I thought these are animals that cause fatalities or really make people sick or injured.
Okay, so are they everyday animals, or are they animals?
They're everyday animals, and I think some of these are going to surprise you. I'm going to go through them pretty quick.
Okay.
So at number 20 is the stingray, which I've been stung by a stingray, and I can say it's very painful. I have too.
I have a scar on the bottom of my foot.
I have one on my knee. Yep.
Under Bob Hall Pier.
Mm-hmm. That's a dangerous place. Yeah. That's where I got stung by a man of war.
Oh, did you? Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, those aren't on the list. 19 is the black widow spider.
Got bit right there.
Did you lose a bunch of?
What's
it
it
your
called?
finger?
Necropic. It was all right here, but it was 20 years ago. Yep.
Yeah.
When I first
so
moved
they
to
can
Austin.
be fatal. People that are compromised.
Just made me stronger, Steve.
Yes, I know. and you shoot little webs out of your arms.
You get stronger every day you come into the
It
office.
just made me stronger.
Number 18 is a tiger shark. So
Nope.
shark attacks.
Haven't gotten bit by a shark yet.
Yeah. 17 is the Arizona bark scorpion, which is the scorpions we saw.
I just got stung by one.
No, not the Arizona
not that
bark.
one, but a scorpion for my first time.
Oh, yeah, it was very painful, huh?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
had to rush home and help you out.
Yes.
These are the ones we saw on the bottom of the Grand Canyon, the ones that are about the size of your hand.
Nope.
Yeah, these are thousands of people every year get stung by these, and elderly and the young are most at risk of having complications from that. Number 16, great white shark.
Ooh, Jaws.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jaws. We just watched Jaws the
Jaws.
other day.
Oh.
You know, that movie's 50 years old. It's still
Shut
really good.
up.
It's 50 years old.
Oh, wow.
It's still edge of your seat entertainment, and the characters are amazing.
It terrified me. Like when I was younger, I wouldn't even go in the swimming pool because obviously a great white shark is the bottom of a swimming pool.
You know that scene where the kid gets attacked on the sailboat, and you see like underneath the water, and the leg comes down, and you see the shoe and the leg, and then you see all the bloody mass. It's like that was still creepy as hell.
Yep.
50 years later, coyotes attack people and harm them. That's number 15.
I just saw a dead coyote on 290 driving to work. I know.
But is it a pack of coyotes or just
it was
one?
usually
Yeah.
a pack, yeah. But they're saying that in the past 60 years, there have been 160 attacks by coyotes, and 2 of them have been fatal. 14 is polar bears.
Oh,
Polar bears kill lots of people
no,
every
they
year.
like to drink Coca-Cola and they
geez.
sing Christmas songs.
Yeah, I know. People think they're all cute and cuddly. Cougars are the number. No, not those. Mountain
Over
lions,
50-year-old women.
Yeah, mountain lions, panthers, and pumas are number 13. And believe it or not, number 12 is wild boars.
Oh, I
wild
could see that.
pigs
I believe
kill
that.
Yeah.
more people than cougars.
When they opened up that toll road, 45, they were having a lot of issues with those wild boars hitting cars.
Yeah. Number 11. So 12 is wild boar. 11 is bison. And you know where most of these people are killed? In national parks.
Because they go on a pet.
They go and try and pet the damn bison.
Yeah. Well,
They're giant, 1,500-pound bulls. I wouldn't even do that to a regular bull in a pen. I wouldn't do that to a bison. Number 10 is mosquitoes. Mosquitoes kill
like malaria.
79 deaths last year attributed to mosquitoes. Red fire ants at number 9. 80 deaths in the U.S. last year because of fire ants. And an estimated 14 million people are stung each year. Number 8 is alligators.
Gators?
Gators, yeah. 442 unprovoked bite accidents in the country
Do you
in
remember
2021.
the alligator at Disney World that ate this grandma? They came up, or the little.
I did remember. I remember reading about
The
that.
most bizarre.
Yeah. Sorry, babe. I'm this one. Number 7 is grizzly bears.
Oh, scary.
Yeah.
That is a scary picture.
Yeah, 30 to 40 attacks per year in North America. Moose, number
Mooses?
6.
Mooses?
Mises is number 6.
I see the next picture. Change it. I like it.
Yeah, 2.1 million car crashes across the country every year are attributed to wild game. Moose being one of them. Rattlesnake, Michelle. Doesn't like the rattlesnake.
No. Yuck.
We need to be careful when we go into the Grand Canyon.
Yes, I know. We saw a big one there, didn't we? 8,000 venomous snake bites a year every year in the U.S. That's number 5. Number 4 is livestock.
Bessie the cow.
Bessie the cow. Look at that. That little cute little cow.
Aw.
Kills, how many people does that kill every year? It
Why?
doesn't
How
say.
do they kill him?
20 deaths per year. I think it's probably people getting crushed when they're around them or going in, they think, oh, it's a herd of cute little cows. And they go out there and one of them's a bull. Number 3 is hornets. 72 deaths per year from hornets. So stay away from those hornets. And so number 2 and number 1.
This monologue because it's going on forever.
I know, I'm sorry.
No.
But it's fun. It's fun. Number 2 is dogs. Dogs kill more people. There's only one animal that kills more people per year than dogs do, with 100 fatal attacks. 4.5 million people are bitten by dogs every year.
And then they die from them?
No, 100 of them will die. But still, 4.5 million dog bites. I mean, that's a lot. Number 1, wild guess. What do you think number one animal most responsible for deaths in the United States?
I'm at a loss.
Moths?
No. We have a moth infestation in our garage right now. This animal is attributed 59,000 injuries and 440 deaths in the U.S. alone.
Is it a mammal or is it a reptile?
I'm just going to tell you, it's deer.
I
Deer
can
are
see
one
that,
of the most fatal accident-causing animals in the country.
Well, I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, mostly probably. I think some of them are attacks where people like try and chase them off, but I think some of them are
Hitting
because
cars.
of cars
Yeah.
going 70 miles an hour.
I know. That's one of the things that we always say when people leave our house. We're like, watch out for deer.
Yeah. So that's the end of my male testosterone story for the day. Animals that are dangerous.
Things
and now
that
you
can kill
take it
you.
away. Yeah, I think now you're going to take it away with your pink tote story.
Holly, have you heard of something called a pink tote lid moment?
No.
You haven't heard? It's trending right now. So apparently there was this teenage girl. She was in her room making a video in this dark corner, and she was talking about how her mother came in here and came in the room and asked her to do something, and she said, "Just put your pink things away." And you can probably remember when you were a teenager, your mom just like yelling random stuff to you because she's frustrated, right? Like, put your stuff away and it ended up becoming viral, and it's called this pink tote moment. And there's certain people that have turned it into like either traumatic or abusive things that their parents, quote, have done. And when the mother came in and said, just put your pink things away, the father came in and said, don't yell at your mother, don't get on your mom. And it started me thinking that how things that we do every day as either parents or even as couples, that if anybody was just to get like a little inside glimpse into your life, you could micromanage and you could pick apart any type of thing.
Without a doubt.
And and in my mind, as a moment, I've probably been on the receiving end and on the giving end of a pink tit.
Quote of
Say
the
that
day.
5
Michelle's
times.
been on the end of a pink tit moment. That's what we're calling this episode.
And we're done. We're done. Well,
I love it.
She had 45 million views. I bet we could get up
I
higher
hope
on
we
that
get-
one. We could get higher on
Geez,
this
I hope
one.
we can get at least 4.
For sure. For sure. That's pretty funny. Back to the pink tote lid moment.
Yes, pick your words carefully.
Absolutely. I feel like if my kids at any moment took something that I said and just like a piece of it, a lot of times I remember one of my kids would say, "Why are you yelling at me?" Well, the first 15 minutes I wasn't yelling at you. It wasn't.
You weren't listening.
Yeah, it
now
wasn't
I'm yelling because
I'm yelling.
What I'm doing now is called escalating to try and get your attention.
Exactly. But I just feel like it's so deceiving. And, this girl has now come out and said, my mom's not abusive. I wasn't listening. And I just took some, and she has since deleted the video, but people have stitched it, which means they've reposted it. And so just because she's deleted it, it's now on their videos. And I'm sorry, kids, but guess what? When they say that it's on the internet, it's on the internet forever.
Nothing
and ever.
goes away.
But can you imagine? I was thinking, it made me think of like just you and I being in studio or in the office. And sometimes you and I were like, oh my gosh, if anybody else heard us talking
it's
right
true.
now.
Holly and I say the same thing at home. It's like, we probably can't say that out in public.
No.
If we get in
But
trouble.
when did everybody get so dadgum sensitive?
I know. Well, there's people out there, gosh, and we've had it in our just real close lives. People out there trying to hurt you, and they look for reasons to. And when we have a podcast that lots and lots and lots of people listen to and watch, there's plenty of places where you could accidentally say pink tit and get in trouble.
It's a pink tit moment.
We totally forgot to talk about our guest.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe
I'm
that at the
super
very
excited
beginning.
about
Yes,
this.
Jocelyn Myers. Jocelyn is the older sister of Ty Myers, the Myers family here in Dripping Springs. They're kind of a musical staple here. but Jocelyn.
Kinda, I would say they're a musical staple.
They
in
are.
Dripping
Well,
Springs.
maybe they are
And-
the musical staple
yeah.
now here in Dripping Springs. Maybe Ty is putting Dripping on the map for the rest of the world. But she has joined his team and is going on tour with him. And I've known Jocelyn since she was a lot younger. And it's kind of cool to watch this young woman make her way. But we recorded it last week, and I was struck by how humbled she is, and so
appreciative
so
of where she is in
excited
life.
for him.
For her brother, yeah.
Yeah, we kept trying to redirect the conversation back to what her career is, and she said, "You know what? It's not about me right now. It's about Ty." And I think, as a family, they've done a really good job. So it's going to be a really good interview.
It was a great interview. It's already, our Instagram's already received, our Instagram lives received a lot of attention, and she's just really sweet. I met her briefly when Ty was here, but it's a great interview. And so y'all stay tuned. We're going to take a little break and come back with Jocelyn Myers. Thank you, babe, for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Holly.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Are you tired of being left in the dark when the power goes out? Say goodbye to blackouts with Nomic Power Solutions.
As your full-service Generac dealer, they offer individually designed backup power solutions.
From start to finish, they've got you covered.
Nomic Power Solutions, keeping you powered up.
Call or text 512-387-4232 or visit nomicpower.com. Follow on Instagram at Nomic Power for updates.
Nomic Power Solutions. Protect your home, protect your family, stay ready. Proudly sponsored by
At Capital Farm Credit, they understand that owning land is more than just a transaction. It's a legacy, a future, and a place to call your own.
For generations, Capital Farm Credit has been the trusted lending partner for land loans, farmers, ranchers, and rural dreamers just like you.
Their personalized loan solutions cater to your unique needs, making the journey to land ownership smoother than ever.
Capital Farm Credit, your land, your legacy. Visit capitalfarmcredit.com or Mark Rutledge at 512-892-4425.
Capital Farm Credit, an equal credit housing lender.
This portion of the show is brought to you by the Mallet Integrity Team of real estate professionals. They are based in Dripping Springs and bring you over 45 years of combined experience helping people reach their hill country real estate dreams. When you want the best in town, call them at 512-829-2062 or look them up at malletintegrityteam.com. And now, here's Steve and Michelle.
And we are back today with Jocelyn Myers. Welcome, Jocelyn.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Jocelyn, everybody in Dripping Springs knows Jocelyn practically. We know your family, the Myers family.
Yes.
But the rest of the world knows you as Ty Myers' big sister.
Yes.
But you are also now on the digital team. You're a content creator with Sony Music. You've got a big girl job.
Yes.
Like an actual big girl
Yes.
job. Yes.
But I don't work with any other artists, just Ty.
Just Ty. Well,
Yes.
he's enough, right? He's enough to
Yes.
handle.
Oh my gosh, 97 shows in 1 year. So
Holy cow.
Really?
yeah.
Well, I was looking at his schedule and what you guys have coming up. I guess, oops, not that one. Y'all are doing that New Year's Eve special too.
Yes, and that was that's new-ish. We just accepted that offer, so I just heard about it the other day.
Have you ever been at a show and been backstage and you had to do something and you were like, where am I? Have you forgotten what city you're in?
Yes. No, multiple times. And if somebody asked me at that show where I was the day before, I'm like, gonna take me a second.
It's all blends together. Yeah. I always like those videos. You usually see them on Instagram where somebody's, musicians up there.
Welcome to Miami.
Yeah, welcome to Miami. Yeah, and they're in Fort Lauderdale or something. Yeah. But.
Jocelyn, you have lived here in Dripping Springs almost your entire life, right? Or your entire life. Did you grow up?
Yes.
Yeah,
So I was born in Dallas.
that's right.
And then moved to Nashville with my mom. And then we moved here when I was like 3, 4. So I've been here pretty much my whole life.
And you've kind of grown up in the Dripping Springs schools. You were, my daughter and you were in cheerleading together. She said that you were a flyer, and I remember that you were a little flyer, go up super high.
Yes, I was a flyer the whole time. And then, I feel like in middle school, I started puberty way before anyone else, so I was taller. So I was a base and a back spot in like middle school, and then high school everyone grew, and I just stayed at like 4'11". So I was the flyer, and Kendall was the back spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is a flyer you get thrown in the air?
Yes.
You don't-
That's I've seen it, and every time I see it, I'm like, wow, they are brave to do that.
And I'm
right.
scared of heights. Make
Oh,
that make
geez.
sense. I don't know.
Well, that's why you're 4'11.
Yeah. Well, now I'm 5'1".
That's why you're 4'11.
Now I'm 5'1".
You just have a little boost. Just a little
That's
boost.
funny.
Go ahead.
So you went to Ole Miss, and then you came out of school and you started your own marketing firm, right?
Well, a social media management business. So I worked with I immediately got like 4 or 5 clients at once, and I was like, okay, this is a lot to handle at once. So I just kind of stayed there at 4 to 5, and then some dropped off, and then some I gained, and then, you know, when everything happened with Ty, I kept one of my clients. She does my hair, so.
Keep it in the family.
You got to have your priorities. Do you? Is it hard to be able to kind of keep reality in check when you're kind of surrounded by just a bunch of screaming teenage girls all the time?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it still hasn't hit me like that this is all happening. I mean, at every single show I cry. Like, and I don't know how my mom does it. She just doesn't cry.
Cry
And,
from
like,
what?
just how proud I am of Ty.
Oh,
And like when everybody starts singing his songs back to him, it's crazy. I don't know.
yeah. He's an amazing artist, and I think probably his success is partially credited to you.
Well, it started from mom.
Well, yeah, and you like jump on a bed and like he was telling that story about him going viral about something, and
Yeah.
you're like slapping him. Were y'all in
when it all
Galveston or
happened.
something?
We were in Key West.
Key West.
And yeah, overnight. It was literally overnight success. But we were in Key West, and then somebody had posted a video of Ty, and it got millions and millions of views. And then the next morning I woke up and I like shook him, and I was like, wake up, look at this post. And he could care less. And then we get in the car, and I'm sleeping, and then mom, she's like screaming. We had like 5 calls from all these huge record labels, and I was like, wake me up whenever he signs a deal. And
he signed with Sony.
well, no, he signed with Columbia and Records Co.
Okay.
Sony is like the music publishing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
There's so many different parts.
Is it weird that your brother is this teenage heartthrob, this kind of cougar bait, and I've heard him also been called the tennis shoe cowboy, too. So where?
Have you heard that?
I haven't.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
heard.
interesting.
The tennis shoe cowboy, because he wears
He
tennis
loves
shoes
his
every day.
Nikes.
Hashtag tennis shoe cowboy.
Hashtag tennis shoe cowboy right there. Michelle invented it. How are you finding yourself in all of this?
Well, so I went from when I was living in Oxford, Mississippi, I was getting up early every day. I was working at a dermatology office, so I had a 9 to 5, really like 8 to 5. And I was getting up at like 5 a.m., going to sleep at 8 p.m. And so that adjustment, like getting on a weird routine, now I'm not really on a routine, I feel like. It's just different every day. That's been hard, like in finding a good sleep schedule. If I feel like I don't really get enough sleep.
Yeah.
But I also do. I could fall asleep in the car if I'm driving 20 minutes down the road. Like if we're riding in the car, I'm going to sleep. That's been hard, but...
Do you have your own house or your own apartment?
Yeah,
or
I moved to an apartment in Bee Cave.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So on these 97 shows, do you travel between them on buses or?
So we have an RV, and the band was riding on the RV. My dad would drive it, and then me, mom, and Ty would ride in the car together.
Okay.
But we get a tour bus for our December show, and so we'll have a tour bus all throughout.
Oh, that's great.
I saw the video of the tour bus tour.
Yeah, I didn't
And
get
it
to
was
go,
really
but it looks really great, and we have 12 bunks and a whole lounge area, so there's plenty of room for everybody.
That's great.
My only concern is sharing it with all of those boys and
Yeah,
getting
the
tired
smells.
of
The smells. You know what? One of the other things
And the
I wanted.
noises.
Yeah, right. You know, your brother has just kind of skyrocketed in popularity on all social media platforms. use TikTok. I sent your mom a text. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I was driving to work and I saw it on Sirius Radio. Like in the morning, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, that's Ty. I literally pulled over and I took a picture of it and sent it to her. But is he still the kid that will just sit on you and fart on you because he's still a brother?
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely grown up. Like, he's very mature to talk to, and I feel like he's always been like that. He's just an old soul. But no, I bring out his goofy side. So that's why also his label liked me working with him and doing the content stuff to show his like real side, you know, and not have everything just so rehearsed.
Yeah. Michelle was telling me you've now gotten sort of a fan base of your own.
Oh, yeah.
As Ty's big sister.
When was it? It was a show, Hockley, I think. Yeah. Because Hockley was crazy. I don't know. Out of all the places in Texas, Hockley, Texas was crazy.
Never even heard of that.
We sold the most merch in Hockley. Yeah, it was crazy. It's not even a music venue. It's just like a restaurant, an outdoor restaurant place. And I get all my stuff together and I'm going out there to get some pictures and I look and these girls have a sign that says, I'm only here to see Jocelyn.
Isn't that cute?
It's like, that's so sweet, but why?
Did you go over and talk to them? And
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
great.
great.
I talk to all of them like 30 minutes before Ty goes on, and then after the show, I hang out with all the girls in the front, and I try to get
What are
pictures
those
of everybody.
conversations like?
Oh, teenage girls. I have a lot. I have a lot of questions about like dating advice, and which is just crazy to me. How could I meet a guy like Ty kind of thing?
Well, she has 10,000 new best friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, they're all like 16, 17 years old. And I'm like, okay, what would I tell myself at 16? So I just tell them that. And like, pretty much, I told this one girl the other day at that show, this guy keeps cheating on her, but she's so obsessed with him and so in love with him. And I was like, okay, you're not doing yourself any favors.
You
need to block him.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah, you're doing this to yourself at this point. I said, block him on everything, and I'll get you backstage at the next time our show.
Oh, that's nice.
So she DM'd me the other day, and she was like, hey, I blocked him on absolutely everything. I'll show you proof.
Get me backstage.
What has been your favorite on-the-road moment so far that you're like, wow, that's pretty cool that has happened?
Oh.
An artist that you've met?
So many. Willie Nelson was really cool. We didn't get to meet him though. He's really old, so we had to keep our distance. They had us wearing masks everywhere we went. Like,
really?
If he was off of his bus and you're off of your bus, you had to wear a mask everywhere. And when I was taking pictures of him, which that was really cool. I took a really cool picture of Willie Nelson, and I want to blow it up. Like the fact that I got to take that and was that close to him. We were on tour for 2 weeks with Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen.
Oh wow, they're cool guys.
Yeah. Well, just being from Texas, like Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen, it was really cool. And they're just so sweet, and we had so much fun. And they were so good to Ty and our band. And we're still friends with all of them. Like I could call Wade Bowen right now if I needed help, I feel like.
Have you found that most of these artists that are very, very famous have been sort of mentors to Ty? Like they want to help him grow, or?
Yeah. Definitely Randy and Wade both have been like that.
Yeah.
And they're very supportive. They still stay in contact with Ty, and if anything big happens with Ty, they're always there to like congratulate him. And he's definitely gotten a lot of advice from a lot of singers and songwriters.
How are you navigating, especially, you're the big sister too, but how are you navigating the whole party culture? And, I was in radio for a long time, in that kind of music industry business. And I kind of know what late nights to 3, 4.
Yeah.
And so he's 17 years old and you're the big sister. And so, I mean, it's out there. It's not a secret that it's out there. But how are you navigating that sense where you're putting boundaries either on yourself or on Ty?
Well, I mean, that's also why we're all in it as a family, because he's so young that we don't want him to
influence.
How old is he now?
17.
17.
And so we don't want him to go down any wrong paths, which is easy to do in the music world. But I mean, I definitely have FOMO. So if the whole band and my parents and my brother are all partying it up, I want to be there. But I have gotten to the point where I know that like if we have 3 shows in a row, I need to go to bed the first 2 nights if I'm going to make it the 3rd night and actually get good stuff.
God, and you're young. Michelle, if it was me and you, we'd be just done. I don't even think we'd
trust
get
me,
one
I've had
show.
my nights. Like I've had my good nights, but we're on the road so much, it's going to happen more, but I need sleep.
Yeah.
So if I'm done, if I'm not feeling it and I'm ready to go, I'll just Uber back to the hotel and not wait on anybody.
Oh. You come from a musical family. Do you have any musical talent yourself?
Nope. I tried. I tried to play. I played piano for a little bit and then I just stopped. I mean, I feel like I could have been good at that, but I just stopped. I'm more artistic, and I get that from my mom's side of the family. But
on your social media, I just looked at it briefly. Are most of those pictures look like they're taken from a professional photographer, or is that you taking those photos?
Oh, I take them.
Are you taking it with a phone?
Some of them. I mean, the pictures of Ty definitely are with my camera. Yeah.
Okay.
But any other pictures are with my phone.
Yeah. Well, the pictures are really good.
Thank you.
I want to ask you about somebody that I really admired, that he's kind of a staple in this town, is your grandfather.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think the world of him. He's ever since I can remember has shown up to every single sporting event that Dripping Springs has. Whatever, it's the swimming meet or there's the wrestling match or football or whatever. And so tell me what kind of influence that your grandfather has had on you.
Ooh, well, he also has showed up for every cheer event. Like he might not be very emotional and but he is there for every single one of his grandkids, and it doesn't matter how far it is, he will show up. And he never missed a single one of Ty's games or one of my cheering events or anything. But yeah, he's never missed one of my kids either. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he's my kid's grandfather too. He's there for everybody's kids. But no, he's quiet to his family. I feel like he's a different person to his family than he is like the rest of the world. He's kind of a local celebrity. He's like he was well known before Ty was. Yeah.
I think all the best celebrities though have a public persona that they sort of put on when they're out in public, because
he's very social. He's a very social butterfly. He will talk right in your face too. Like he loves to talk.
He's a close talker.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you about, I guess, the persona that, we're talking about the public life and then like the real Jocelyn person. I've known you since you were a kid, and I was talking about Kendall. We were kind of talking about what we were thankful for. And the Kendall today is a lot different than the teenage Kendall, right? And it's growth, right? Yeah. And you hope that that's what happens. Do you see yourself, do you recognize now that you're kind of a different person than, this 13, 14-year-old Jocelyn, where people maybe have this perception of who you are because they only knew you at that moment in your life?
Oh, yeah. And I feel like, I've lived so much. I feel like I've lived a lot of life since high school or middle school or
college.
Yeah, or college. I'm a different person than I was a year ago.
You'd hope so, right?
I feel different, but I'm grateful for that and all the things that led up to me becoming different.
What do you think, as far as, I think Kendall and I were starting to realize, the tiffs that we used to have when she was younger. Do you see your mom in a different light in that sense? You're like, I was a brat, you know?
And I feel like me and my mom are getting a lot closer now that I'm realizing that. And I can now tell Ty when him and mom argue or him and dad argue, like, I know you think this way right now, but trust me, in a few years, you're going to understand.
And I'm the voice of reason.
That now
how does he take that advice? Does he listen to you and go, okay, or is he
good?
Like,
I feel like I'm his calm. I don't want to take all the responsibility for that, but I am his calm person. Like I feel like he can talk to me more than anyone else.
Do you and Ty have some knockdown drag out sometimes? You guys get along really well.
Yeah, we do.
That's great.
We got into one argument and it was pretty bad, and I cried. We were at a table in Barbados, and it was so stupid, but I'm like, Ty, he wanted to go. It was pitch black dark outside. We're in a different country. I don't even know who you would call if I needed to call 911. And him and Reed, his bass player, came with us, and we're at the table, and they're like, why don't we swim back to the house? No,
No,
we're not
that's
doing
a
that.
stupid idea.
And like my parents, they've had a few drinks and like they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. No, that's not happening. If Ty hits his head on that rock, like we need to keep. You're the star of our family right now. We
Yeah.
got to keep you alive. And he got mad at me, and words were said, and I went to the bathroom. And then I get back to the table, and
You won?
Yeah,
Yeah, you won. That's
Did he
all that counts.
apologize?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he did.
in his way of apologizing.
You ladies in your tears, you do that to us every time.
Oh, my goodness.
We're all like, ah, and then you cry, and we're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that.
That's
it
the
works.
thing though with Ty though. If we fight, it hurts my heart more than fighting with anyone else because I hate fighting with him.
That's cute. That's
Yeah.
cute. I think being in the music industry business, though, there's a lot of people that are surrounded by him that are just yes people.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's good to kind of keep him in check, to have people
that's
that are going
true.
to pull him to the carpet when let me tell you something, buddy.
Yes.
I don't care. I remember telling my son Tate at one point, I was like, listen, you may be bigger, you may be stronger than me, you may be smarter than me, but I will still beat your ass.
Yeah.
And
That
Michelle's
should be on a T-shirt.
and Michelle's canceled. Michelle is canceled.
Jocelyn, I want to talk a little bit about the business, the content creation, and the social media, because you had a background in that. Have you learned some things about content creation that you didn't know before now that you're on the road with Ty?
Oh yeah, and I let them all know. Like I've taken no classes in photography or videography, and so if I ask for help, like I actually want to learn, and I want them to critique me so I can learn things.
When you say them, who are you asking?
The digital team and like
Okay.
the people that I work with, it's like a group of 7 of us. I feel like, yeah, and so anywhere I can learn, I want them to teach me because I am new to.
So you're on a
this
team.
world.
So there's 6, 7 of you guys that are.
and everybody does something different.
Okay.
And they're not always with us. They're all in New York or LA, so I'm the only one
That's the
constantly
staple.
with
Okay.
Ty.
So a lot of our listeners, including me, we're not super adept at social media. Can you give us a couple of things that you've learned that might help just the average person on social media?
Well, I feel like it's different for like everyone. Like with the clients that I worked with, I would not do anything the same that I'm doing with Ty.
Okay.
Like everything would be different. I mean, you have a different audience, like trying to find your main audience and what they're into. Looking at analytics helps with that, so you can see when everybody's even on social media to look at your posts.
What about the frequency of your posts that you're posting about Ty? Are you posting every day, and are you the person that's responding on his social media, or is that just the team that somebody is all kind of?
Sometimes there's only about two of us that are actually logged into Ty's Instagram. So me and Jamie, she works at Starstruck, so with Ty's management. We'll both post, but it depends. I don't want to like talk for Ty, so I'm not ever, overstepping that way. But I'll
Does he post his own stuff?
No.
Okay, so it's all you.
Yeah.
What platforms are you using the most?
Instagram and TikTok. TikTok mainly.
Michelle's been trying to get me to learn TikTok, and I don't want to, but I think I'm going to have to for 2025.
It has a chokehold. It has a chokehold on everybody.
Yeah.
What's the strangest thing that you've been asked to take back to sign to Ty? Body parts?
Well, I
How's that
haven't.
work?
I mean, he got asked to sign a sticky boob one time.
That a
What?
sticky boob. It's like it's a sticky thing you stick
Jake,
on your.
did you know what that was?
It's like a sticky bra.
It's a
that you-
sticky bra. It
Okay.
sticks on your boob.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's a nipple patch.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh, I mean, I think it's kind of crazy when people ask him to sign like a part of their body, and because they're gonna go get it tattooed, and then the next day they really do go get it tattooed.
No.
Yeah.
Have you seen anybody with a tattoo of his face?
Oh no,
That's
just his autograph.
Yeah. I see Joe Rogan every once in a while post a picture of somebody that has his face tattooed. I'm like, that's
Oh,
just
that's
That is
crazy.
awful. Had people asked for your autograph?
I've given it a little bit. So me and Ty have these matching tattoos. I can't.
Oh, I saw
My
that on your
self-tan's coming
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, so mine says Sissy and his says Leroy.
Aw.
And he wrote mine. And so I've been signing it Sissy just because everybody calls me that in the band. And so it just looks like my tattoo. And then he's changing his autograph to just Ty.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Is your nickname for him Leroy?
We called him that when he was little.
Oh, okay.
Leroy Big Boy. Yeah. And then I named my cat that. So my cat's name is Leroy.
That's fun.
So, what about dating life? So you have Jake here. He's our unofficial guest right here. He's
Yes.
sitting in the corner right now.
Well, it was, unexpected. I definitely searched for him. But
Well, we called it stalking earlier.
I stalked
yeah, we
him.
called it stalking.
Yeah.
But is it hard to navigate your own personal life with all of this crazy? I mean, Ty's your brother. This is your family, but this is also a job.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
so, when do you have time for you and just you alone?
yeah. So I told him in the beginning, I was like, look, not everybody has a job like this, and this is not easy. I'm out. It's not like I'm in an office. I'm at a bar
Yeah.
every weekend with my brother. And, but nobody really understands till they go and see it and you're there of what I do and what it all consists of. I'm not out just partying all night. But no, so we were doing 3 shows every weekend, and then I'd come home and be home for 3 days or 2 days. So I'd have that little amount of time, which I really only need. I've learned like one day to like do laundry and sleep, and then I'm bored and I'm ready to go back on the road again. But I feel like if we were together every day, all day, it would not be as healthy as it is now that we're like, we're apart, and then we come back together, and then we're apart, and then we come back together.
That makes it a little bit
I kind of
more
like
exciting.
it. I do like it.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of long-term goals? Like, where are you seeing yourself? Are you seeing yourself wherever Ty's music career goes, or are you maybe?
Yeah, that was one of my questions. What do you want to get out of all this at the end of the day?
So I don't want to miss anything, and I definitely want to be there for the big moments of his career because, it has been a family ordeal. We've all done it together, and he couldn't do it without all of us. It's a family thing.
But it's also your career too. Yeah.
But I definitely have different dreams that I want to do later on. But this is really fun right now, and I'm just
Enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
What are those dreams?
I'd like to open an art gallery one day. It's really
That would be cool.
I would love that. But I love what I'm doing right now.
That's great. What's one of the biggest surprises you've had now that you're starting to get into the big corporate corporate music industry? What's one of the biggest surprises about all that?
Definitely. There's a lot that happens that. Well, what do you mean? Like with the business side of things?
Yeah, because you were talking about he's got an agent, and then he's got a record company, and then he's got Sony is the.
Oh yeah. Well, how many people are involved? It's crazy how many people that we've met.
So you could just say it. My chair is squeaking.
I just like your chair
My
is squeaking.
chair is squeaking. Okay. I actually think that's my knee. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jocelyn.
No, there are a lot of different people involved, and I'm still learning everyone's names and faces because I hear a new name every day of who's involved.
Yeah.
And then he just signed with a publishing deal. I don't even remember their names right now.
So
No, you
funny.
gotta get
But
good
there's
at
so many people.
So wait, when you
Hi.
see, that's one of the things that I was kind of getting to. I cannot. So there's the label, the agent, what Sony is there. What is the music
Publishing,
publisher, and then you got another company. It's like how many?
And I'm also
different
not in all of
levels?
those meetings, so I don't know like all the business side of it. Mom is more
Sure.
that girl, but I know the people I work with.
How about your wardrobe? How has that changed since now you're more in the public eye?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I love trucker hats right now. Or any kind of hat. I don't know, a lot. A lot. I don't even know how many. And so I wear, every show I pick up like 2 or 3 new hats that I'll wear all the time.
From other artists that are there?
Artists, venues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you had anybody help you with that side of things? Like, hey, you just have a sense for what you should wear and what looks good on you.
Well, Ty, I trust Ty with my style completely. If I don't know about something, I ask him because he has great style.
Really?
He has great style.
He has a stylist though too, right? Doesn't he have a team? I thought didn't he have like some sort of? I saw it on social
For
media.
music videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But for shows, I mean, everything is his own, and he takes most of his clothes to the stylist and is like, okay, this is what I want to wear.
Oh, really?
You can help me from here. But
Do they like fit that stuff to him sometimes? Like,
I mean, I guess it just depends on what we're doing. Like for the music video, if they have to hem up something, they will. But yeah.
wow.
I want you to walk me behind the scenes of a concert. Let's pick Cody Johnson, for instance, who I love. He's like one of my favorite country singers, besides Ty, by the way. But walk me through that. So he's an opening act for Cody or for several other people.
Yeah.
So do you get to mingle with the headliners, or are you guys kind of sequestered
Not
in
if
your
it's
own
Willie
green rooms?
Nelson.
Yeah, apparently,
Yeah, not
unless
if
you're
it's
masked
Willie.
up.
But it does look very different if Ty's headlining a show than when he's opening a show or opening for someone. And it kind of just depends on the artist if they want to talk to you or not. Like, we're not just going to go up to them and knock on their bus and be like, hey, you want to hang out? But with Cody at that show, everyone was really nice. It's Cody Johnson, so he has a huge crew.
Entourage.
Huge crew. Multiple buses of stuff. And Ty was sound checking, and it was so cool because I love Cody Johnson, and I've been to like many Cody Johnson shows when I was in high school when he was playing at Nutty Brown. Like,
Yep, me too.
in Whitewater. And Ty was sound checking, and I look over and Cody Johnson's just standing there in his workout clothes just watching Ty, and he's liking it, and I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I am not the one to go up and just say hi to someone famous.
Does that make you nervous?
Yeah, I get nervous. I mean, I'm getting better at it now just because I'm learning, like, everyone's human. Like, they're just the same as you. But, I mean.
It's funny. I've thought about this a lot, that I think no matter how big you get, you always feel a little imposter syndrome. Like, I'm not the same as, like, those other people, even though you are. You know, you're just the same as them. That's I think everybody, even the most famous people, have a little bit of that. There's always somebody more famous.
And I haven't gotten to talk to Ty since he got back back to his hotel from last night, but he goes to the ACM Awards tonight.
I saw
CMAs?
that. No, the
CMAs. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Tonight, but they were at the BMI
Party. Last night.
And Ty got to meet Luke Bryan, and
I saw the picture with
everybody.
Luke Bryan.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Is he really loving all that? Like,
Yeah.
that's just making his
Eating
world,
it up.
huh?
And Mom's loving watching him do
Oh,
it.
I bet she
Yeah.
is. This the pride that that she talks about. Do you guys have any kind of pre-show routines that the band does? That you're part of it.
Yeah. Well, we get there, they sound check, and then we all kind of just hang out until, it's time. We've been taking a green tea shot before every show. It's John, the drummer's favorite.
What's that?
I don't really know.
I've had it before. It's not very good.
Is it like-
But that's been our thing now. We do that.
I'm gonna look it up.
Green tea.
It's a green tea shot, Steve.
Oh,
We're gonna
is
start-
there alcohol in
Yeah.
that?
We're gonna start doing it.
I think it's like whiskey and sweet and sour mix or something. I don't know.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, I
love
have.
it.
It says I have no internet. Oh, I don't know why.
Well, you better have, because we're on our live. Hopefully that's working.
Probably.
Jocelyn, where do you see this going, like 5, 10, 15 years down the road? What do you think your life and Ty's life looks like then?
Completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, Ty's about to be, I don't want to.
He is. He's the next Parker.
I think he's going to be selling out arenas.
I think
soon.
he is.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he is.
It's getting crazy. I mean, he sold out every single show on this tour.
That's amazing.
And that was his first tour. And that was crazy.
And his tickets were like $25, $21.
And people are
like
now
that.
taking them and selling them for like $500 and
No,
scamming
really?
people. Yeah.
I know. And
Wow.
I've seen a couple of things like that on social media where they've gotten sold some fake tickets and
So is your mom the one that, decides, okay, now it's time for us to go to the next level?
Well, now it's
and then
management.
the next level. Is it Is it his agents, his managers?
Yeah. And I feel like everything is strategized perfectly. Like his manager, Narvel, he's done it for so long. And with Reba and Blake, Shelton, and everybody. So he knows what he's doing. And he has not rushed anything. And it's just all happening organically. And they just want to keep the organic flow
Yeah.
and not push anything.
Well, he's 17 years old. Jeez, he's got.
Yeah.
How old's Willie Nelson?
92.
192.
Yeah, Ty's got 80-something years.
Ty's actually, I saw his mom's post that they're looking at houses in Nashville to buy. A 17-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat?
Well, we need one because they're there so often.
Yeah.
I mean, they're there at least once or twice a month.
That's really cool. Well,
The revenue streams that come in and the money that goes out must be, who's keeping track of all that? You have a...
There's a whole part, I don't know who does it, but I mean, Mom does too.
girl math.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, you were talking about merch sales and ticket sales and music sales and, and then you got to pay the agents and there's got to be a whole accounting
Mom's good
firm.
about that. I mean, my mom and dad are exhausted. I can't wait for somebody to like take over their jobs too.
Yeah.
But like when we're on the road, we were on the road for 2 weeks straight, did not come home. And then we came home and Mom had literally one day to get all of like the business side done, get laundry done, it's a lot.
So when you say somebody take over, would that maybe be you one day?
Oh no, I would not do the business part.
It has to be somebody though that cares
that
about
we trust.
Ty.
There's a whole
Yeah.
machine. There's a
Yeah.
whole machine.
That's what I'm
that does
saying.
that.
And the machine will run you over if you let it
Your father
ring you out.
being in the music industry as well. I mean, I'm wondering how different it is through these lenses as the dad of somebody. And I mean, he's just kind of surpassing anybody that we've ever thought here from this little
and my
hometown.
mom and dad are doing it because they want to and they enjoy doing this, even if they're not getting anything from it.
But their vested interest is Ty and Ty alone.
Yes.
If all of this falls apart tomorrow, God forbid, Ty is still their son.
Yeah.
Jocelyn's still their daughter.
Yeah.
Their family is still the most important thing. And that's evident in everything that I've seen, either on social media or just press reports or whatever. It talks about the Myers family. And this family is wonderful. And that's really a testament in that particular industry. That's kind of unheard of. I mean, you look at Taylor Swift and her family. When I met Taylor back when she was 13 years old, her mother always traveled with her. Her father, they always traveled with him. Her brother, you'd see her brother
And they're
every
still
now and
going
then.
to shows.
Yes, still.
All of
Every
them.
single
Yeah.
time. So
Do you ever worry he might burn out?
No.
No, he's just so into it.
Yeah. And I've had a conversation with multiple people about like, there's artists that you can tell that this is actually their passion. And then there's artists who are just doing it just to do it.
Yes, you can.
And who's doing better? The people that are more passionate about it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's the other way around. But Ty's just so passionate about it. If he's not singing on stage, he's in his room writing songs. Like
That's awesome.
he's
all
been
he
doing it
does.
since he was a little kid,
Yeah.
though, too. I remember when we interviewed him, he talked about that when he was like 2 or 3 years old. And he would fall asleep on some bar top because he was they were traveling with Dad.
How many, when he does a concert, how many songs does he do?
it's a 90-minute set. So however many that is, I should know the answer.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a
yeah.
lot.
And he's got his own band now that travels with him.
I think now you should start sneaking into his room and just clipping pieces of his hair and start selling it. Have a little side business, Ty's hair. And then you just find-
his bass player Reed posted a TikTok the other day and said, "I have Ty Meyer's phone number.
You do.
I'll give it to the highest bidder."
That's pretty funny. Well, I have a couple of rapid fire
go
questions
ahead.
that I'd like to ask you. Okay, so these are just kind of yes or no or quick questions.
Okay.
Where's your favorite spot, Texas or Tennessee?
Texas.
Texas. There you go.
Yeah.
What is your favorite rest stop so far?
Oh,
I know you've hit a lot of them.
Buc-ee's.
Oh, duh.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Buc-ee's.
I
That
didn't
is
even think about that, of
that's right.
course.
cowboy boots, flip flops, or tennis shoes.
Cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots. Oh, look, she's wearing tennies
Do
right
you wear
now.
cowboy boots every show?
A lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most or the longest you've stayed up without sleep?
Oh, Randy Rogers' second show, Lubbock. I remember exactly, and we stayed up till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my! And then you had to get up and do it all over
Yeah.
again.
Oh, geez.
Oh, goodness gracious! So what's your go-to, coffee or iced tea?
Oh, coffee.
Coffee.
Or green tea shot.
Green tea shot. Yeah. Oh wait, a green tea shot is a mix of Irish whiskey, peach schnapps, and a sour mix that's
Yeah,
finished off
yeah.
with a splash of citrus
That
soda.
sounds absolutely disgusting.
Okay. What is the last show you binge watched?
Oh, I just finished it.
Do you ever get to watch Emily in Paris?
No. I mean,
Bad Sisters.
I don't know.
She's looking over at him. Okay, so
I'm into reading right now. Like I'm reading a lot of books.
That's good.
Oh, that's
Good for
always
you.
good.
I've never read in my life, and now I'm like loving
You know
it.
what? You can turn off the noise. Okay, last question. Now, mine is, well, currently right now it's Into the Earth, but I also like Can't Hold Me Down. But what's your favorite Thai song of all, like to date?
Okay, Can't Hold Me Down.
That's a cool song.
It is.
Man, that is.
I can't wait for you to hear the whole song because it's just so, it's different than anything else he's ever put out.
Uh-huh.
But there's also like unreleased songs that I love too.
That you know.
But yeah.
Is Can't Hold Me Down a fan favorite, or is there a different fan favorite?
We've
Like the
just
whole
started
crowd?
teasing it. So,
Okay. What's the
yeah.
one that the crowd always, when they start hearing him play it, they just all go nuts?
oh, Drinking Alone or Tie That Binds. They really love Drunk Love right now, and that's not even out. We haven't even teased it at all, and the crowd knows every word.
Talk me through the teasing thing. You just put a little clip on TikTok or something?
Yeah, they'll make like an official audio, and then people can make videos to
I've
it.
used some
okay.
of Ty's music in some of
You-
the social
I
media
remember
that
that
we've
now,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, but Drunk Love wasn't a sound yet, and people were already knowing. He would just sing it at a few shows, and then people would video it and post it. And now people love that song at his shows.
When somebody's using a music clip like that on TikTok or whatever, if it's trending audio, do the artists get paid?
No,
They
I
don't.
don't think so.
Interesting.
It's just marketing then, right?
Yeah.
You're just spreading the word.
Well,
I don't know how you keep up with all the change. Like we really only do Facebook and Instagram, and I can't keep up with that. Like every time I get
Yeah.
on Instagram, it looks different. And then, you know, the algorithms on Facebook are always changing. We'll post something and 300 people will comment on it. And then the next time we'll do almost exactly the same thing and 3 people will comment on it. It's like, I have no clue how it works.
The digital team has they make a heat map, which shows you where everyone's located and where Ty's fan bases are. So that's really cool to see. And like when you see like Canada has a bunch of Thai fans, that's crazy.
I have a
So
couple
do
of
you-
Saudi Arabian fans. So
Yeah. Do you use that? Do you then do targeted? You do ads or something, or how do you reach those?
that's how
people?
we know like where we need to go next on tour.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So like North Carolina, huge right now. So we're hitting North Carolina like
Say,
3 times.
You're
next
welcome,
year.
Jake.
But no, that's cool to see. And then just analytics of like every post. I don't get to see them. The digital team like puts them all together, and then we, talk about it and what we need to do different.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I Michelle and I feel like we know a little bit about social media, but I just can't keep up.
I know a lot more.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah. But
He hates
I mean, the idea of learning something new is just daunting to me. I mean, we still, all this stuff in the studio here, I set all this up and even this is evolving and changing.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to figure out where to have the bandwidth to fit something
What do we
new
say?
in.
We make this shit up as we go
And we
along.
make this shit up as we go along, for
Every
sure.
single
Yeah.
day. Jocelyn, we are so excited that you took the one day that you were home that you could have been spending doing laundry or whatever you needed to do.
Or
feed your
reading a
cat.
book.
Well,
feed
this
your-
is the longest time I've had off. This is what, 3 weeks? Yeah.
well,
Are you ready to go back on the road?
Yeah. I was talking to Reed, the bass player, and we were like, what are we going to do for this long without doing it? Like,
It's got to be a little addicting, isn't it?
It
It's
is,
like,
yeah.
It's almost like it's like an adrenaline hit
Yeah.
to be out there with all those people
oh,
screaming
you
yeah.
do it like
yelling
every
and
day.
having
That's
fun.
that's your new routine. And then you get
Yeah.
home and you're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
you're walking outside your apartment and nobody's going, Jocelyn,
Yeah.
Jocelyn.
That's great.
Well-
Well, Jocelyn, it's been really fun, and
Yes.
I've enjoyed this. And the journey that you and Ty are both on, it's been so fun to watch. And I know
Thank
you're
you.
just now starting out, so it's going to
Yes.
be even better as the years go by.
I know. Maybe. Well, we were his first podcast. We were Ty's and Jocelyn's first podcast. So maybe Ty will come back on at some point.
Shout out because we contributed to his fame and fortune.
Yeah, exactly. That's right, Steve Mallett for sure.
The conversation from like his first one to his next one with y'all will be completely different.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Well, we'd love that.
He'll probably have bodyguards and stuff by then. And hopefully he won't make us wear masks like Willie.
Oh, no.
Well, thank you, Jocelyn.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
Nomic Power Solutions, keeping you powered up.
Get to know your local full-service Generac dealer.
Cody and Dylan with Nomic Power Solutions are a veteran-owned, Texas-based Generac dealer and installer.
Offering low monthly payment options, it's never been easier to gain independence from the grid.
Call or text 512-387-4232 or visit nomicpower.com. Follow on Instagram at Nomic Power for updates.
Turnkey service including design, plumbing, electrical, and permits.
They even offer set it and forget it maintenance plans. Nomic Power Solutions.
Protect your home. Protect your family. Stay ready.
Ready to turn your land dreams into reality? Look no further than Capital Farm Credit.
Need a loan for your perfect piece of land? Capital Farm Credit is there for you.
Their dedicated team will tailor a loan to fit your unique needs because your dreams are their priority.
Capital Farm Credit. Your land, your legacy. Visit capitalfarmcredit.com or Mark Rutledge at 512-892-4425.
Capital Farm Credit. Together, we're better.
Capital Farm Credit, an equal credit housing lender.
This show has been brought to you in part by the real estate pros at the Mallet Integrity Team. When you're looking to buy or sell, you need them on your side. Why settle for less when you can have real estate done right? Give them a call at 512-829-2062 or get more info at malletintegrityteam.com.
You know you like us, so go now to Apple Podcast or Spotify and leave us a review. Why don't ya? We love your feedback and comments. Email us at malletandmichelle@gmail.com.
Thanks for putting up with us.